Hello, everyone. Hello, everybody. Welcome to an episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. I am your melanated queen and your hostess, Lil Foxy, aka Seven Wonder. You can also call me Shanae. And as you see by the title, I am speaking about young Pharaoh and Golden Beauty, the antics of capitalizing off of melanated pain, you all. And I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into it, you all, so we can go ahead and take a look at the dynamics of what's playing in the forefront in this social media situation. As we know, there have been a lot of antics taking place across YouTube, and a lot of people have been pouring their energy into a lot of what's been going on. But I think it's time that we see past the antics of what's going on and through the facades of what's going on, you all. And I would like to encourage everybody to focus on your own lives, and if there's something that you want to do, if you have goals in life, continue to work on your goals. Don't pour too much energy and effort into people that are basically taking advantage of your positive frequencies and your high vibrations. I'm going to turn my camera off for just a second, you all, but I'm going to be back. Here I am. And So yes, I think there are a lot of dynamics that have been playing out in the forefront that we're not privy to. And so basically, my message is to remain steadfast and focus on you. Be very weary of people that step into the forefront that classify themselves as leaders, as pillars of the community. We've been seeing a lot of things take place in the quote unquote conscious community, you all. Unfortunately, these people do not have your better interest at hand, as a lot of people have figured out. It's quite interesting to see the whole dynamic fall apart in front of our very eyes. But this is the year of 2020, and last year was the year of this is the year of 2021. The last year was 2020, which is it's the years and the times of revelation, you all. And I know a lot of people don't subscribe to the Bible, but they did say that these times would come. And so we're in some very uncertain times. We're in some very unsteady times. With that being said, we definitely need to feed our upper vibrations. We need to feed our higher spiritual selves. We do not need to be participating in lower vibrational and lower frequency antics that are being pushed out into the forefront. And I know a lot of you have seen the dynamics that have been playing out across YouTube. If you are very much aware, I do not have cable. I have not had cable for a couple of years now, and I will never subscribe to cable again, because the way that I see it, cable television tells a lie to your vision. It has taken away years and hours of our lives being fed and spoon fed our brains things that we don't need to see, because when you're feeding yourself visually, you're still feeding your brain. When you feed yourself whatever you listen to, you're feeding your brain. When you're feeding yourself low vibrational energies, you are feeding yourself energetically and spiritually. And so you all, I like to offer positive vibrations and positive frequencies through my videos, and I hope that does come across and that conveys in a positive way. But with that being said, you can always recognize the real from the fake, you all. And one thing about me is I'm not a fictitious individual. And I think that we have come across, my hair is a little frizzy. Um, we have come across individuals, unfortunately, that have not really been, what's the word I want to say? They have not been real, but I didn't really want to use the word real. But I think you all know the point that I'm making here. Excuse me for messing with my hair. You know, I just washed my hair the other day. And so what I did was I plaited it and I didn't flat iron it. So right now what I've done is I've opened it up. And so it's, puffy, full of body, little frizzy, as you can see over here at the top. But that's neither here nor there because we're going to continue on, you all. All right. So there is so much that has been taking place behind the scenes that people are not privy to, you all. So much that is not even funny. You all just came off I just came off of a live stream with Soul Energy. I really want you to check out her YouTube channel. It's SOULINNER and the letter G. Soul Energy. I love her energy. She is a firecracker, you all. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap into her video. I'm sure she would not mind if I share her content because, I've been on her platform. But I really want to introduce more people to her because you all, she is an interesting dynamic. Okay. So let's get into the live stream that we just did a few moments ago. Okay. And I'm going to open this up. I'm going to pull it up and I'm going to share this with you. And before I do that, I'd like to go to her video from last night. Now, I fell asleep listening to it. And so I was not able to listen to the entire thing until earlier this morning. But something kind of clicked in her head and clicked in my head and is clicking into other individuals' heads as well, all across YouTube land. And that is the interesting dynamics that are playing out with Young Pharaoh and Golden Beauty. Now, at first, I think a lot of people were emotionally invested because being a melanated female, we know the antics that play out dealing with melanated guys who are stuck in man-child tendencies and things of that nature, low vibrational tendencies. With all of that being said, we started questioning things and stuff started not making sense. So we started putting two and two together. Now, I don't know if this happened, through by way of the ancestors or energetically, but things start falling together for a reason, just like a puzzle. And so I asked certain questions to myself, and she asked certain questions to herself, and other people started asking questions as well. And the question is, in particular, if these antics are going on between the two, okay, why is it that they cannot stay away from one another? And why is it that she keeps going over there? And why is it that she keeps contacting him? So, really, I'm not saying that it's any of our business if they do this in their personal affairs. But what makes it interesting is because they display all of this stuff on the internet for people to see. So, it is in my better opinion or best opinion for what I can see formulating here on the internet is that they're doing it for views, they're doing it for clicks, and they're doing it for attention to captivate an audience. And it is my personal opinion that once they start captivating a certain amount of attention and a certain amount of views from an audience, they are going to try to orchestrate basically like a reality TV show on the internet. Okay. So, like the likes of Real Housewives of Atlanta, Love and Hip Hop, we all know that those are low vibrational frequencies on those TV shows. I don't even watch those shows any longer. And I just can't tune into it. I think you reach a certain point when you elevate in life that you just cannot go back to something that is not going to help elevate you or propel you forward. And what I am most interested in are things that is going to help me in life, help elevate others, and help those around me. And so that is what I try to orchestrate in my life. So I'm going to go ahead and give you some insight and clarity as to what I'm referencing so that I'm not speaking in circles or speaking basically figuratively. I want you to understand the dynamics of what I'm talking about here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull up Soul Energy's video from last night, because she does an excellent and awesome job of conveying her messages. She's really straightforward and straight to the point. And you all, she's a firecracker. That is just her sign. That's just the type of energy that she has with her. So we're going to pull this up and we're going to start playing a little piece of her video. Okay. So you all, with that being understood, let me go ahead and share my screen if I can. All right. Now, I just want you to make note of the title. She has a sense of humor, okay? So in her title, she says, "Is young Pharaoh booty dust real or artificial? Why no arrest was made after the alleged domestic violent incidents." Now you can see she has about 1,230 views. This was live streamed live on September 8th. That was yesterday. Okay. And let's go ahead and play this. Okay. All right. Y'all, I'm going to let it start because I want you to see the talent and the beauty that this young lady has, and we want to go ahead and try to build her channel up as much as we can. She has a natural and organic hair growth line. It's hair care, and you can find it at the website that's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. It's also available at Walmart. All right, I'm going to skip past this a little bit. Right is right and wrong is wrong. All right, so she has a sense of humor.
That's it. So no bias. We're not going to be biased. We're not going to be sexist. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Okay, because period. So we're going to just dissect some things. We're going to take a deeper look because I want you guys to understand what happened here, because a lot of people had questions in terms of why didn't young Pharaoh get arrested? Why wasn't he arrested after Golden Beauty got on live with that knot on her forehead? And it was evident that he had jumped on that damn girl because her face was swollen, etc. And I'm going to show you guys why. And I already told y'all, he dusty, but he not dumb. He's dusty, but he's not dumb.
Now, you all, I didn't see a knot on her forehead. I remember when she came on and she made that long video crying and ranting and she was holding the baby. I didn't see a knot, but apparently some people thought they did. I'm going to skip past this because later on in her live stream, she comes to the realization that a lot of this stuff is not making logical sense. As many of you all may have been thinking the same thing. There are questions in your head that you may have not paid attention to because you may have been more emotionally invested into the situation. So let's listen to some of the information that she conveys. Okay.
To have a baby and they don't want the problem with the headache of a dust ball.
All right. So she is funny.
Who is this dust? Yo, y'all not gonna believe this. Some dusty talking about requesting $500 from me on Cash App. Who the fuck is John? Who the fuck is this? I don't know. Jones something. Tomorrow.
Now, since she's been involved in this topic, she's had people coming into her chat and coming into her Instagram DMs, trolling her and kind of like taunting and trying to harass her. But, you know, she's handling what she calls the dust bunnies quite well. So
requested $500 for item collections. Like, if you don't get your dusty broke ass the fuck about my shit playing with me, you can send me $500. That's what you can do. That's what the hell you can do.
All right, let's go past this.
He knew she wasn't busy because she was in the trees with binoculars. Freaking psycho.
Oh my gosh. So you recall yesterday, allegedly, he went to the school. We reported that he went to the school after he got off the plane from Miami. allegedly, okay, because this is all alleged at this point. And so the subscriber said he knew she wasn't busy because he was in the trees hiding with binoculars. Freaking psycho. Okay. So this is the script that they're playing into. Let's go a little bit past here.
Marshall Daniels. He really mad. I'm telling you, I'm applying.
So apparently, allegedly, if this is really him, he came into her chat and he's posting in her chat. So he said he was going to get her video and her YouTube channel flagged. So you see right here, one of her subscribers said, "Flag your whole life, Marshall," because his government name is Marshall Daniels. That's his legal name. So let me see if we can go back and see what he said to her.
That was okay. Okay, young Dusty, get the fuck up out of here. Anyways, let me refresh y'all.
Okay, so he must have just come into her chat. Let me see. Let's go back so you can see
Let's see, where's that last?
All right, so this person said that he called her a masculine bee and blocked her. And this, her name is Manifest Queen. So this is how he speaks to some females behind the scenes. If you disagree with something that he doesn't like or that he says, he will block you and potentially cuss you out. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because these are the same antics that we saw displayed by Derek Jackson like years ago. I remember back in 2017, there was a lady that came on that was exposing Derek Jackson for doing the same type of antics. I don't know what the disagreement was, but whatever it is, he did not agree with her because she was questioning him about something. She literally showed screenshots of how he cussed her out, a whole long paragraph, and was calling her out of her name, calling her the B word. But this is the same guy who allegedly was writing books for women, who was advocating for women, melanated females that had gone through atrocities with melanated men, and was giving melanated females advice. This is the same guy that it was revealed later on was cheating on his own wife while she was pregnant, and continued to cheat on her. And that was actually revealed on Tasha K's channel because she was the one that exposed Derek Jackson for cheating on his wife. But he was the same one giving all these melanated women advice. So this is why I have titled this YouTube, this is why I've titled this video, The Antics Capitalizing Off of Melanated Pain, because this is becoming the consensus in the melanated community. So Derek Jackson, we have not heard from him for probably since March, when all of that stuff started going on with him. He's been extremely quiet. And the reason for that is because when you expose their antics, their reputation then takes a hit, and they cannot continue on with the antics that they've been displaying in the community and in the forefront. So this is why you haven't really been hearing about Derek Jackson. And I think a lot of people, if they haven't, probably have unsubscribed from him. And so that's what happened with him. Then there was Dr. Dr. Umar Johnson, you all. And the thing with him is he talked about building a school. And we've heard plenty of people asking him about the school. I've seen videos with him getting highly upset because people have been asking about the money that they've donated and how is the school going. And he says, you don't have a right to ask him about the school if you have not donated. So with that being said, those antics played out on the internet between him and Sarah Sutin Seti. Then we fast forward and we saw, who was it next? Brother Polite. So Brother Polite was another one where we saw the antics play out, where they said he was scamming the community with real estate schemes because he was telling people that they could double their money and he was able to invest for them. And a lot of people ended up donating thousands and thousands of dollars. Well, there was some information where it looks like Marshall Daniels, which is AKA Young Pharaoh, allegedly filed some type of court case against Michael Hoke, Hoak, that is Brother Polite, out in Los Angeles. I think that court case was filed back in 2017, and that was for some type of assault and two other things. Those records are public. You can look that up. So I don't know what they had going on behind the scenes, but maybe they worked it out because Marshall Daniels said that he recovered his money back from Brother Polite. Then there's this whole thing playing out with Sonetta. Sonetta has come on within the last day or so saying that he's going to start flagging people's videos on the internet that are using his content. Well, we all know that a lot of these people that we have heard about that have allegedly been scamming people come from Sonetta's channel. So that's Brother Polite, Dr. Umar Johnson. Another one is Young Pharaoh. And I think there are some others. Then we heard about Dr. Inky. Now he classifies himself as a doctor and he calls himself Inky, which is based, on like a god like figure. Okay. And then they said that he was selling fake or false alkaline water to the people. And those were coming from the words of Young Pharaoh. There's a video to back it up. You all don't have a reason to make it up. But this is why I say we need to be very steadfast in our journey to just wholeheartedly embrace people that have your best interest at heart. Try not to be scammed by people. Try not to be tricked by people, because a lot of times they are basically sucking, the energy and the life force from the melanated people and the melanated community, the melanated energy. And once they get what they need from you, they turn their backs on you. And we've seen this happen with so many different celebrities. So just because they classify themselves as being in the or of the conscious community or of the woke movement, you can't fall for the antics. And what we have seen take place is it's all falling apart. The cookie is crumbling, you all, as it should, and it is happening for a reason. The ancestors are tired of these shenanigans. And the Bible, not that people subscribe to the Bible, but it does talk about leading people astray. There's a heavy penalty when you're given much responsibility, because they say to whom much is given, much is expected. Okay. And once you start playing with people and you start playing with the antics that surround what they believe in, there's a heavy price that you have to pay. And this is by way of universal law and karma, you all. So people are going to have to pay their karmic debt one way or another. All right. With that being said, let's continue on with this video.
Okay, I want to show y'all this last clip. Oh, wait, that's not a clip. But I want to refresh y'all's memory about something. How disloyal he is and contradictory he is. Did somebody unblock Young Dusty?
All right, so
did anybody unblock Young Dusty?
Someone in the chat must have blocked him because he kept posting comments in her chat trying to get her attention. So one of her moderators blocked him.
Whenever Young Dusty come in the chat, don't block him if it's really him. Unless it's a troll, then block the troll.
And I'll see if I can find the
So can we unblock the dust ball?
Let's see if we can find.
You know what he said? 2114 Wild Dreams Carl. Caddy. Exactly. Everybody know where he lives.
His comment. Here it is. Let me back it up. Here's his comment. All right. So here's the comment, you all. So the same way that we have seen him threaten Golden Beauty with the gun on the internet, pulling it out, saying he's a felon, he'll blow her brains out. The same way that he threatened the alleged female shapeshifter, threatened her with the gun. Do you trust me with your life? So he comes onto this Young Goddess's platform. Okay. And I'm calling her young because she's significantly younger than I am. And she's making her own content as she has the right to do so. She has a right to voice her opinion and she has a right to practice her free speech. Now, with that being said, she had her discourse going with the chat. This individual with this logo, Otten Banking LLC, whether it is Young Pharaoh or not, it appears it could have been him or someone using his profile, because what he did, he's making videos saying that people are using his logos. You don't have the right to use his logos and blah, 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 because he thinks this is going to protect him in case anyone brings legal action against him for basically trolling people on the internet and bringing threats on the internet, and also bringing, this is called threats over the airway, amongst many other things, which I don't even know if he's privy to what he's doing, because he can actually find himself in trouble for some of the stuff that he's doing. Anyway, he doesn't know this young lady, but he comes on to her platform and he says, Otten Banking LLC, I know where you live. Okay. So to me, that is like stalkerish behavior, but not just that, it is on the borderline of threatening behavior. Okay. So let's move along.
Nada. Only thing you're gonna do is get them cheeks clapped.
Now you hear her, right? Like I said, she is a fiery spirit, so she can hold her on. But the thing is, if you are a man or a male or a guy of upper echelon, or if you of moral character, which we see he is not, and he's fallen from grace, why are you going to come to a female's platform and threaten her, telling her you know where she lives? When I have seen other guys with YouTube channels that have spoken out about young Pharaoh, that have said that he's a scammer, and not once have I seen him come into their comment section and make any post to them whatsoever. I've heard people call him out by name. One of them in particular was Q Butter, and this was about 3, 4, 5 years ago. Q Butter basically came on camera and told young Pharaoh the next time he comes to New York, he better check in. And I know personally that Q Butter meant what he said, because he was not playing. Like, he doesn't play these internet games. And what young Pharaoh does is he hides behind a screen, he's hiding behind a computer, and he's like what they call an internet thug. And he thinks that these antics are cute, and he's trying to bully a female. Now, you all know that I've come on my channel many times and I've told you to check out Q Butter's university. It is called Xyx Institute, you all. That's spelled Xyayx. Xyayx, Xyx Institute. It is a melanated institute, and it is for melanated people that teaches their own. I did a very limited amount of English tutoring, and I thoroughly enjoyed working with the kids. And he gave me the opportunity to work with them, and I did enjoy working with them, but my schedule would not allow for me to continue at the time. So if you are looking, since we're in the times of COVID, for an institute to tutor your children, you can also reach out to me, because I am an English major, you all. If your son or if your daughter needs any type of help with reading, writing, comprehension, I don't mind helping. We can do this via Zoom. We can do this over the internet. I don't have a problem helping you out. And I've said that this in my videos as well. I actually taught summer school, or I actually taught school, like homeschool, over the course of COVID, because the kids were taken out of school, and we were very much successful with that. So I know that young Pharaoh has this whole thing called Otten University, and people have come on saying that they have been scammed. You can see this in a lot of people's chats and comment sections, and it's not being addressed, you all. But I do know that the people that have signed up for Xyx University, you actually see what's going on with the kids, because they're actually being taught via Zoom in person. And a lot of the parents have actually volunteered as well. So you all, there are people out here who are trying to do the right thing, but you have people out here who contaminate the community. And this is why melanated people start losing faith in one another, because you have antics that are being played and games that are being played when people are trying to siphon the money from the community, when the community is only trying to support someone that they feel has their best interest at heart, and that's not being taken into consideration. So I'm going to continue with this video, but I would strongly advise you to be very careful with whom you support.
Drop your booty sugar on the floor. That's about it. That's about it. And if you wanted me to clap your cheeks, just say that. If you want me to clap them cheeks, just say that. Not saying that I'll do it, but I'm saying you could just.
I'm going to skip this because I think he came back on.
So if he start getting carried away, then we can do that. He said, I'm going to flag your channel down for using my content. Okay, then you need to flag your channel down for using everybody else's content.
All right. Facts, Queen. So there he is again, still posting on her channel, coming into her chats. Now, please understand that she just recently started posting about the antics that we've seen played out by young Pharaoh. And, I've heard several females say that they have unsubscribed to him because of the fact that he's spoken so negatively about melanated females. Not all melanated females are drama queens. Not all melanated females are hostile. Not all melanated females are ghetto, ratchet, antagonists. These things he's tried to do, he's tried to use melanated females to uplift him. And then once he got to where he wanted to be, he tries to throw them under the bus. So this is why he's still continuing the antics, because he thinks it's okay. A lot of melanated people and melanated guys think that it's okay for them to utilize the melanated woman's energy, the divine feminine energy from these melanated queens. Once they get what they need to siphon it out of the community, then they wipe their feet on the backs of melanated feminine energy. And this is not okay. And so I do feel that the melanated guys who have spoken out on behalf of what's going on, I commend you all. I did see that King World had done a post and a live stream yesterday, and we did touch on that as well. Not once did I see him come into the chat of King World and make any post for King World at all. I haven't seen him come on anybody else's platform and say anything else, but he came onto a female's platform, and basically he's in her comment section making, I would say, borderline threatening comments to her.
Because you literally built your whole career on using everybody's content. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And do what you gotta do. Like, why are you even telling me? That's so weird. Like, y'all remember that video I did the other day with that dust bunny in my DMs crying? I'm gonna make a video about you. I'm gonna make a video about you that you keep talking about my daddy. Like, bro, just do it. Like, oh my God. Like, who cares? And if you play with me, I'm gonna start playing with you because you mad and I'm telling the truth on your dusty ass. So if you wanna play Booty Bandit internet games, then sir, we can play.
All right, you all. And she also raps. So if you want to see that, this is her freestyle. Go check it out on her page. It's called Ball If I Want To. And I'm telling you, she's doing a lot better than a lot of these industry dudes that we see out here. Okay. So I just wanted to let you all see that. I'm going to stop sharing the screen for a moment. I don't want to go through her entire video, but as you can see, she has a very fiery energy and she can definitely hold her own. But these are the antics that's being played out, you all, on the internet. And it's very unfortunate because I know a lot of people did look to young Pharaoh for content, especially for intellectual content. These antics that we see now, this is really not what a lot of people are interested in. I've seen people in his comment section saying, it's like a reality TV show that's being played out. And that's what he wants to portray right now. He's searching for content. He wants more people to subscribe to his university. But there were people who actually said they tried to unsubscribe and they weren't able to get their money back. So I'm going to let you all know, if you're having an issue where you have basically signed up for a subscription. I used to work for a credit card company and for a major bank. And basically they have the same practices. You want to try to contact the merchant and show that you have made multiple attempts to contact the merchant. If there has been no resolution, make sure you save all of your evidence that you've tried to reach out to the merchant to no avail. And then at that point, you let your financial institution know that you're not able to get in touch with the merchant and you're not able to resolve the issue. What your bank or what your credit card company will do is give you what's called a conditional credit. While they have given you or issued you that conditional credit, they will then try to contact the merchant themselves, especially if it's over a certain amount of money. Once 30 days have passed, they'll try to resolve it. If they cannot successfully contact that merchant and resolve the issue on your behalf, more than likely you will be refunded your money in full, and that will be a permanent credit. Now, with the conditional credit, if they contact the merchant and that credit can produce information that you owe the money, then you may lose that conditional credit. That is how it works, you all. So it's a very simple process to follow. If you feel that someone has scammed you out of money, if you've signed up to anyone's website and you wish to unsubscribe. So it's as simple as that. Sometimes if it's under a certain amount, they won't really waste their time with trying to track the money down. Like if it's like $30 or less, a lot of times you don't really have to show a lot of receipts or evidence. But if it's over a certain amount, they're going to want to see that you've done your due diligence to resolve the issue at hand. Okay, that's just a little word of advice to you all, for those of you, who feel that someone's scamming you, or feel that you've signed up for someone's website and you're not able to cancel the subscription, you all. All right. So I'm not naming any names. I'm just letting you know that I've seen and heard instances where people have said they've signed up for someone's website and someone's university and they're not able to cancel it. All right. I had some other videos that I wanted to take a look at. Let me see if I can go into my history section and see what's going on here. Now, he's also said that he wants people to stop using his content. He's also come onto the platform and said that he wanted, I guess, to stop using his name or whatever. So he was speaking directly to me. But the thing is, young Pharaoh does not understand that he's young enough to be my little brother, or probably to be my nephew. So I'm not going back and forth with, he's like a little boy to me. And I just can't fall into those antics. Let me see. There's a lot going on, you all, behind the scenes that people are not privy to. And so what I would advise you to do, what I would strongly advise you to do, because I'm not even going to waste my time with going through all of their videos, but I want you to go back and I want you to look at Golden Beauty's channel. I want you to examine back in March when he taught her how to drive. I want you to look at the videos that she posted of the two of them and how his whole demeanor was totally different on those videos. So what took place between a few months ago up until August that caused him to act in such a disarray? This is why I have reached the conclusion that a lot of what you're seeing in the forefront is staged. I don't feel that it's real. And I feel like he's doing this as a script for like a love and hip hop theme. You all know that I've told you before that he is trolling the internet. He thinks he's the Tekashi 69 of YouTube. He's even said that Tekashi 69 has been in his DM. And you know Tekashi 69 loves attention. They're both short. They both feel that they are higher than life, you all. And I just don't fall for the little childish antics, you all. I mean, it is entertaining to watch, but then after a while, it gets a little tiring. And your mind, if you're in an elevated sense of a state of mind, your mind actually yearns for something that's going to feed it, something positive. And I do not operate out of negativity in a low vibrational state. It is disheartening to see what has come about of this platform that has been introduced to us by young Pharaoh. I will say that I was one of the ones that did tune into him. He was entertaining, but at this point in time, the disparaging comments that he's made about melanated females and melanated women, I cannot stand behind. My brand, Brown Girls Are Beautiful, is all about the upliftment and the empowerment of our melanated females. So there's no way that I can subscribe to something that goes against what I stand for and what I embody. I would also like to say Brown Girls Are Beautiful wholeheartedly stands by all melanated queens, all melanated goddesses that uphold themselves in the most powerful light and in the most highest vibrations as possible. We all know that a lot of our melanated females have gone through so many different atrocities at the hands of melanated men, domestic violence. And I personally have a friend that I know that have undergone domestic violence, and her life was taken away. She's on one of my Instagram pages. She was 33 years old. She had her own hair salon. She was doing very well for herself, and she had bought herself a really nice Mercedes, you all. And unfortunately, because of jealousy behind a guy that she was dealing with, her life was taken away. And unfortunately, she ended up leaving behind an 8-year-old son. So when we see these antics being portrayed on the internet by young Pharaoh and Golden Beauty, they don't understand the magnitude of what they're doing. They are playing with melanated female energy and the people that have been victimized by domestic violence. There are women who have died because of that domestic violence. There are people who suffer every single day because of domestic violence. There are people who suffer in silence because they don't have a voice. They are scared to come out. They don't have support. They don't have friends. They don't have family. And they don't have a social platform or a social following to help give them donations to get out of their situation. So when these two come on the internet and basically orchestrate a situation and a scenario and a dynamic that basically copies the same antics that real females go through in real life, and they put it on the internet by way of entertainment purposes and make a mockery of it, there's no way that Brown Girls Are Beautiful could ever stand behind that, because Brown Girls Are Beautiful is about empowerment and upliftment of our melanated queens and melanated kings, our divine goddesses, our divine princesses, and our divine princes. You all know that at the end of my video, I always say, walk in your divinity, stand in your power. I'm about upliftment and a positivity. And so I unfortunately have found that the sentiments have not been carried out, and they have not been the same for some of the people that we thought had our best interests at heart, you all. And I just want to have people to go on to the platform of Young Pharaoh and Golden Beauty. Just examine the videos for yourself and compare and contrast the dynamics of what happened earlier this year versus what's going on now. Look at the type of female that he is pushing into the forefront versus the type of female that he had his kids with. I cannot stand behind someone that wants to call the female the B word. Now, he did come on to the platform earlier, to Soul Energy's platform, and said, "You bees must be mad." I did not take that as him directing that energy towards me, because I know what I am. I am a divine entity. So that energy cannot even penetrate me. And so he thought that he was going to bring one of or both of us or all of us out of character. With that's simply not going to work for me. But instead, he will not step to a real man. And so we did have a guy to come onto the platform that stood up on behalf of, our honor and defend us in our honor. But then he started to attack the young guy's 2-year-old daughter, that which I cannot stand behind. He called his 2-year-old daughter a plate. And if you looked at some of Young Pharaoh's prior videos, then you can see that he meant to say that in a derogatory way. What man of consciousness, what man that has any sense of integrity will come onto a social platform and attack another king's or another young guy's 2-year-old daughter and call her a disparaging name? Anybody that supports someone that could operate on that low vibrational frequency, I really don't know what to say. I would highly suggest that people do not entertain these antics. And if you wish to unsubscribe to his channel, if you wish to unsubscribe to his Otten University, just follow the steps that I've set forth in this video, because more than likely you should be able to gain your money back from your financial institution. I can tell you that I will not be supporting his channel. I will not be giving my energy any longer to these scenarios that we're seeing played out. And as far as Golden Beauty, if she needs help with her situation, she has a family. I'm assuming she has friends and people around her, and she has a social media and a social platform where she can document what's going on. She can contact the police, and she does have family, I am assuming, that can help her. But what I can tell you is that I saw Soul Energy building a platform that was advocating for melanated females and advocating for melanated women, because she has been a victim of domestic violence. You all, she's a beautiful spirit, a beautiful entity. And I don't understand why any man would put their hands on a female, especially because she's a petite female. But unfortunately, it does not matter. We see this happen a lot. And so I felt that I would come onto my platform to speak about it, because I don't play these little silly, childish reindeer games, these little antics that people like to play behind the scenes. I cannot stand behind the antics of people molesting children, people talking about children, an innocent child that has done nothing to them, and talking about human trafficking. And in the same breath, you say that you're doing this for the babies. We're doing this for the babies. We're going to build a daycare for the babies. But you call a 2-year-old female, a melanated 2-year-old girl, a plate. You're going to disparage someone's daughter over the internet. So I don't understand how people could feed into his antics and support him. It doesn't matter if this guy that he was talking about, whether this guy has a very large social platform or not. People abuse what they consider to be power. People abuse what they consider to be their social media influence. And because they have a large following, they think they can get away with all these antics, and they think they can get away with anything. And they're going to have the common people's support behind them. But once you start standing up and showing these people that they don't have the power they think they have, like I told you, these entertainers are not leaders. And what I can clearly see is that he thinks that he's on celebrity status, and he clearly is not. He is not famous. He is infamous. There's a difference. And if you don't know the meaning or the difference between it, I would suggest that he goes and looks it up on YouTube, or look it up on Google, or look it up in the dictionary, like he looked up everything else that he wanted to convey to us. Okay. Those are my words about this whole entire debacle and facade that we've seen being played out through the antics of Golden Beauty and young Pharaoh. I think I said on my other YouTube channel that I was basically pretty done talking about the issue, but I did feel conveyed to speak about it because I felt that it was a learning, it was a way to learn from. It was not to come on to criticize, but it's criticizing the behavior that I've seen displayed. Now, I did not personally attack him. I did not personally attack her. And I'm not ever going to personally attack their children the way that he personally attacked another melanated king's little princess, because that would stoop to the low level, the low vibrational level that he's on. And I'm above that, you all. So that is the precedence that Brown Girls Are Beautiful wishes to set. I don't know what the antics are for a person that's almost 30 years old. And, you know, to see this going on and to see this melodrama being played out and the hyperbole that's being displayed, this is not something that BGAB can stand behind. So you will not see BGAB basically posting anything else about it, you all. With that being said, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Brown Girls Are Beautiful wants to say shout out to my melanated kings. Shout out to my melanated queens. As always, shout out to the real warriors out here who stand in our favor and on our behalf. Continue to teach these little princes and princesses to be divine and continue to walk in your divinity. I'm going to say signing out. Auf Wiedersehen, gute Nacht. Auf Deutsch, that means good night or good day. And you all, I do look forward to coming on here and speaking more German with you all, but I did want to convey this message. Another thing I wanted to tell you to do is check out Soul Energy's last live stream. And on there, you will see exactly what I'm talking about, how he came towards the end of her live stream and started attacking and started calling females the B word in her live stream. So you all, the antics that we've seen him display are still carrying out in real life. And I guess he thinks that this makes him seem more of a man, or makes him seem more powerful to try to go against females and to try to antagonize females. But all that does is show us how powerless he is and show us how childish he truly is behind the scenes, you all, and in the forefront as well. And there's a reason that we have seen Sarah Sutton-Seti disconnect from him. There's a reason that Sarah Sutton-Seti is not standing beside him in his videos. There's a reason that Sarah Sutton-Seti, as you know, a melanated guy, you don't see him posting with young Pharaoh anymore. There's a reason behind all of this, okay? Sarah Sutton-Seti is much older than young Pharaoh. He's probably old enough to be his father or to be his uncle. And I don't think this is something that Sarah Sutton-Seti would stand behind or beside at all. And this is why you see a lot of people have distanced themselves from young Pharaoh. You all, thank you so much. And check out the latest live stream by Soul Energy. That's SOULINNER, the letter G, you all. And subscribe, like, and share her page. That is all I wanted to say. It's not really about promoting my channel, but it's about getting the message out to those people that wish to hear the truth. And I look forward to speaking to you all later. If you would like to write to me, it's BGAB clothing, CLOTHING at gmail.com. You all can also follow me on Instagram. That's brown.girls.r.beautiful. I'm on TikTok as well. And you all know I do have my clothing line. If you'd like to see my website, I'll share the screen so you can see that right here. We have our melanated gear, and I've been getting a lot of support from from the community. And I want to thank you all for your orders. I do printing services as well. This is what my website looks like, you all. We have our Queens collection. We have our Melanated Kings collection, and we also have melanated gear for the children. One of my favorites is F Your Feelings. We got the F Your Feelings hoodies. We have the Eye Candy shirts. We have Brown Girls Are Beautiful hoodies. We have, this is the hoodie dress. And we also have these right here. Brown Girls Are Beautiful. This is like the glitter ink, you all. And once you see it in person, it shimmers really well. We also have, let me see if I can find some of the Melanated King stuff. Melanated King. Here we go. Melanated King hoodie shirts. And I also have Melanated King hoodies, you all, because we know that fall is approaching. Winter is coming. Where I'm at right now, it's still like 80 degrees. And so I've been selling the queen dresses. They've been doing well. Melanated Queen shirts, they've been doing well. And so you all, we also have our king hoodies for the little princes and the little kings out there. So this is what Brown Girls Are Beautiful is all about. Check out the website. It's www.bgabclothes.com, you all. Thank you. And I am going to sign off. You all stay blessed. And until next time, I'll be back with you later. And I'm going to close out with this intermission, and we're going to close out with my advertisement. All right. All right, y'all. So let me go ahead and stop this. And we're going to go to here, and I will play this for you.
Get into it. Okay, get into it. Enjoy nature, y'all. It's nothing like it. It's nothing like water. It's nothing like beautiful waterfalls. It's nothing like beautiful scenery, beautiful background. So y'all, just take time to live your life.